Okay. All right, guys. Hello, and thank you so much for all getting on. If you're just now getting on, or if you're watching this recording and you're probably thinking, wait a minute, she's doing how to meal prep like a pro. I was, but we had to change plans, and we're going to do that next week. And trust me when I say it's going to be the most fantastic meal prep we've ever done. It's going to be so good next week, I promise. And I promise this because I'm excited to show it to you, and I think you guys are just going to love it. But tonight, I'm going to share with you something. And sometimes I share things that I don't know if I should be sharing, but something happened and I'm going to share about it. So, and we're going to talk about it. It's going to lead into an amazing training that I hope my experiences will help you learn from them so you don't have to experience them yourself. So anyway, when I first started in Tupperware 9 years ago, so weird, but 9 years ago, I remember meeting women and they would be selling a different product and they would say, let's swap parties. Like, I'll do a Tupperware party for you, you do a so-and-so party for me. And back then, I loved doing parties. Like, I never thought about selling anything, nor did anybody ever ask me to, but I just loved having parties. I loved inviting my friends over, and even though I wasn't very good at cooking because I didn't cook, I just loved that whole like getting everybody together, right? And I loved getting free things, and I didn't have anything to compare it to. I just knew what I did, right? I think I was a natural party planner. Anyways, I was told early on in my career that you probably shouldn't swap parties, and I was like, oh, hang on a second, I'm sorry. My dog is underneath my chair here. Okay. So you probably shouldn't swap parties, and this is why. So at one party I had a party for this girl, and it was for, I think it was jewelry, I think. And I only had a few people there because I was just starting my business. So a lot of my friends were having Tupperware parties, so I didn't have a whole lot of people there. But at her party, she had like 4 or 5 people, and it was going really well. And her friends were really excited about the product, and they wanted to date a party. And I was like, yay, parties, right? Because isn't that what you want to do? You want to date? And I overheard her saying in the kitchen, I overheard her saying to her friends, you won't do a party for me, but you'll do a party for her. And then they literally backed out and wouldn't do the party with me. And I was like, oh, and so that was too bad because we did mine first. Well, then at the party that she did, I had a few friends there. And then she was fine. There wasn't a lot of people there. When we went to close out the party, we met at a local coffee shop, and one of my girlfriends was with me. And one of my girlfriends was like, oh yeah, I really like this stuff, da 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 da. And she was all over my friend. Like, you should sell this, you should do this. She wouldn't stop bothering her. And my friend, I thought, was thinking about selling this product. And for a minute I was like, wait a minute. Oh, that hurts so bad that you would do that and not this, right? But it was fine. She didn't really want to sell it, but this woman was so intense on her. And I remember thinking after I heard you shouldn't swap parties, because how does it feel if your friend was recruited by another company? And it used to hurt me inside. Like, oh my gosh, you're right. I have a different perspective now a little bit, and I go back and forth because I do agree, but I've noticed over the years that I want everybody, all my friends and everybody, to be with me in Tupperware because I feel like it's the best company ever. But as you know, everybody has their own passions, right? Like, even though I'm so passionate about this company and passionate about helping people and just want to be that person that helps change, right? Make change. I also know that not everybody is going to be as passionate about Tupperware. I had a girlfriend once who was going to join my business with me, and about a week after, I was like, all right, let's do this. And she goes, I'm really sorry, but I want to join Mary Kay. And I was like, oh, and I mean, I'm like, whatever. But her cousin was in it, and I watched her blossom and grow. She was passionate about it. She loved this company. I mean, it wasn't my company, right? It wasn't what I wanted. But don't you agree that everybody has what they are passionate about, and we can be supportive of other women and other entrepreneurs, right? That's how I feel now. So anyways, so this last week, I actually hosted for the first time in 9 years a party that wasn't Tupperware. And I'll tell you why. So there's this product that I need. I have really bad skin issues, and I needed something that was completely pure because I am just, I'm a mess, right? I'm a mess like internally. And the stuff I wanted, I wasn't in my price range. I didn't want to spend the money. So I thought, you know what? I have Tupperware all the time. Like that's my life, right? So I wanted to do something with some of my girlfriends that wasn't where I didn't have to be the hostess, where I didn't have to worry about it. And I could probably get some free things out of it as well. That was my thought. So I had some of my friends over and we had this party. So I'm going to tell you from beginning to end my experience, which opened my eyes to what I was doing in my business, what I stopped doing in my business, and what we better be doing in our businesses to make it work for us. Okay. So this was a great experience, but it was also a learning experience. So I don't know how much I should be sharing with you. I don't know if we're even supposed to have other parties and whatever. I don't know what the rules are, but I'm just going to share with you because I feel like it was a learning that hopefully you guys can learn from. So first of all, there was no party planning. I think she assumed that since I was in the business that I knew what I was doing. I do know what I'm doing in my business, but is it different for other people's? I'll give you an example. I've been in the restaurant business for so many years, right? That's where I came from. And I remember having to train. I was at Ruby Tuesdays for so many years back in the day. And I remember this girl coming in and many of them, and they'd say, I'm a server. I've been a server for years. I don't need to go through training. And I'm like, I'm sure that you know how to be a good server, but this restaurant has different ways we do things, right? Just like if you're in direct sales, you might be amazing at sales or amazing in direct sales, but our company has different ways that we do things. Don't you agree? We have different setups. We have different requirements. We need to do different things. We're cooking, so maybe you need to prepare differently. So the party planning, the party planning business can be, I hope that makes sense. Like you need to be able to be party planned no matter where you are. Okay. I hope that makes a little, I try to use another analogy with serving because maybe you might understand that. But anyways, so there was no party planning, but I knew I needed to be party planned. So I kept texting her, hey, what do I need to do? What do you want me to have prepared? What do you need from me? And she gave me very small little, like, just do this. I'm like, okay, I knew what I was going to do, but I wanted some guidance from her. So I thought, and I have some notes here that do's and don'ts after I go through my little story. I hope my stories are interesting for you because I feel like I go through them and you guys have to hear them a lot. So you like them. If not, we're in trouble. Okay, so anyway, so I told her I want all my friends to have a gift. So I was thinking about giving all of them a water bottle unless you have something, right? Like I didn't want to just bring Tupperware into it, but I wanted my friends to have something. And she said, well, I have that I do. I'd like to do this. Okay, not going to step on your toes. I'm going to back off and I'm not going to be, the host. I'm going to be the hostess, not the consultant, right? And that's hard for me. I'm a control freak, but that happened. So I stepped back. So I made this amazing spread because I wanted everything to be vegan and gluten-free, and I wanted it to be tasting good, and I wanted my friends just have a wonderful experience, and I wanted to have that too. And so I went over above and beyond because I really wanted this to be fantastic, right? So she gets here, and let me just tell you, she was in a t-shirt and jeans. And I was almost like disrespected in my mind because I watched her online do this big presentation. Like she had a party for how we have open houses in our homes for Tupperware. She had something like that for her business, and she was dressed fantastic. And I know her online. She is very stylish. So I thought, you really didn't try, you didn't care enough to get dressed for my party. Like I'm dressed cute. I got a skirt on, I got my cute belt on, like I look good, right? Even my friends text me, do you look cute tonight? I do. I hope you do too. Like they all dress cute because we're at a party, right? So, that was my first impression. And so she walks in and she's so nice though. And she's like, I don't say a friend, but a very good acquaintance of mine. Like I like her very much. I'm not downing her. I'm just letting you know these experiences so we cannot do that. So experience number 1 of do, please dress for the party. And actually we're going to go back to the party planning because we're going to talk about the party planning. So I'm going to that's number 1 is party plan. And I actually have a list and what I'm going to show you some very just small little key tips that is going to be foolproof for you. Okay. So I'm going to go back to that in a moment, but I'm going to go down the list. So dress for the part. I do not mean that you have to be fantastic or wear a designer dress. You don't have to do any of that. Just dress nice. No jeans, okay? Don't wear jeans. And don't wear like I love my t-shirts, my Tupperware t-shirts, but I don't wear those to the party, right? I just don't, because I feel like I want to dress nice. If I'm going to wear a Tupperware t-shirt like this, I'm going to wear a nicer necklace and maybe a little blazer. You know, like I'm going to dress it up a little bit and make it look cutesy, right? So I'm not saying you can't wear that, but just try to dress like I want when you walk in, I want them to be like, wow, she came to impress at my party. You know, you want to be impressive. Again, not fancy, because I'm minimalist now. If you saw my closet, you'd be like, whoa, how do you even get dressed? You barely have anything. It's true. Very simple. But I have a few key pieces and they look nice. And I buy stuff on sale and I love to buy a good deal. So most of my stuff, even though it looks like it's really expensive, it's not. I mean, some of it is. I have a couple of pieces that I saved up for, but for the most part, no. I like Kohl's and I like Macy's because Macy's has discounts. They have clearance and they've got coupons. Clearance and coupons are my best friend. They could be yours too. So I'm just letting you know, you don't have to, you know. So anyway, I mean, take a lot of time on that, but that was my first impression. Okay. So at the party, I just want you to know, again, I want you to think about what your hostess is going through, right? So if you've been a new hostess recently, and I haven't been in 9 years, so this was a good experience to, like, you know, have that go back and remember what it was like. So maybe if you've been a hostess recently, think about, you're a little nervous anyways, right? Are your friends going to show up? Like I had 14 RSVPs and I think only like 6 or 7 showed up, right? And I was like, oh man. And so remember that your hostess is a little nervous. Like she wants people to show up, you know? She wants everything to go well. She's prepared. She's prepped for this. You need to make sure that she's appreciated, right? So we sit down at the party. Not one time during this whole entire party did she say thank you to me. Not one time did she say, thank you for hosting this party. Not one time. I was like waiting for it. Like, oh, because, you know, you feel good about all this work that you did and you want to be recognized for it, right? Not one time did she. The party lasted 3 flipping hours. And I was mad because my girlfriends and I were going to have hot tub time and sangrias in the hot tub after the party was over. But it was so late by the time she left, we didn't have time for that. And I work a lot, so I don't have time for that. Can't be like, oh, girls, just come over and have hot tub and sangrias, right? So like that was my time with them, and I was disappointed. So dress to impress, thank your hostess, and I'm gonna reiterate on all these things because I have my notes. And keep it short and sweet. Your party should be no longer than 1 hour long. If it is longer, it's because they want it longer. You know, like you have a big party and they're all like talking and giggling, asking questions, right? But your actual part of the party should be done. And I'm going to tell you, there's a beginning and there's a middle and there's an end. The beginning and middle and end should last you 1 hour. If it doesn't, you should be practicing at home and trying to see what you can do to cut things out or minimize. Okay? So 1 hour. You do not need to be there all night long. Do you want to be there all night long? No. No. Even when you love them, you still don't want to be there all night long. You got family, you're tired, it's late. Who wants to drive at night? No. 1 hour. Okay. I wanted all my friends. Oh, first of all, I'm going to also, before I say this next part, okay, at the very end, she was giving out tickets, like I do tickets as well. She was giving out tickets for people, you know, which is what we do. And at the end, she gave out 3 gifts. She was only going to do 2, but she did 3. And they were really nice gifts, right? Guess what gift I got? Nothing. She didn't say, thank you, here's a gift for you. And my one friend, Jordan, who I love, she got 2 fantastic gifts. And one of them, I was like jealous. I'm like, I really wanted that, right? I got 0 gifts. And then the rest of my girls who came didn't get anything either. So I know, right? Wow. So take care of your hostess and make sure every single person has a gift when they leave. And I'm going to go over details of this stuff. Like I said, I'm just giving you the overview. I didn't get a thank you at one time. These were things that I was like, are you kidding me? Like and again, I still like this girl. She's super nice. She's very successful in her career of her company that she's in. And she's like young and fun and trendy. And like I steal some of her word choices online sometimes because it's so passionate and wonderful, right? I just think she missed the mark completely and it really hurt my feelings. All right. So let's go over my list. So do's, party plan. Here's part of your party plan that's foolproof. This is something that I did for so many years. And in this last, I would say year or maybe year and a half, maybe 2 years, I didn't do it. And I have experienced a serious almost decline in certain things. And since the last like 4 parties that I've done this, I've experienced the lift up again. And after seeing what she did, it reiterated that this is what we have to do. So if you guys remember my envelope system, if you don't, I'm going to introduce you to it. This is my envelope system. See these envelopes that have the things? I bought these white ones because I thought they were prettier than the yellow, and they had the flip top. I'm going to tell you right now, don't buy these. Buy these because this is annoying, and you don't ever want to seal it because you want to be able to get in your envelope, right? Buy these. So here's your first tip. Buy these. Okay? Buy these by the bulk. I have a Hostess party planning checklist that's pretty foolproof. It's not pretty. I could probably go in and spruce it up, but it works. It's on my website. You can go on there under party planning, how to party plan, but I'm going to go over it with you very quickly. Your Hostess info's name, address, phone, and email. Does it feel like you're writing that down a lot? Yes, that's okay. She texted me and said, "What's your address?" Because I did end up getting some free, like not free, but some things discounted, which I didn't know, by the way, until she was walking out the door. I legit thought that I was doing this party and got nothing from it. And then when she walked out the door, she told me what I was getting. I was like, oh, why wouldn't you say that? My friends didn't date a party with you because they didn't know. Like, they had no idea what I was getting, like, at discounted prices. I got nothing free. Oh, I did get one thing free. Excuse me. That's not true. But they didn't know. Okay. So we'll go through that. But so anyways, name, address, phone, and email. So important. You have it right here. And if I'm party planning with her over the phone, I don't know it, or I want to make sure, I even say, is this your address? You know, like kind of clarifying it. That way you have it. Hostess has her party planning packet. She should. That should be a check mark. Mailed out the dating thank you card. This is imperative. Mail out a very simple, very quick, go to the Dollar Tree. Thank you so much for dating your party. I'm so excited about your party on this date. Cannot wait to spoil you. It's gonna be great. Something simple. Mail it out. Do you know how impressed this woman is gonna be when she gets a thank you card in the mail? It's gonna help her keep her date because she knows you're being serious. And she has a reminder of what her date is. I used to do thank you postcards years ago, and they were cute. So now I actually do use an online service that I send out like a postcard, and it has my picture on it. It says, thank you, you know, and it's just like a postcard. But it's only because I have this online service, but I actually prefer to use a regular card because it's handwritten, right? It's just I have these points that I got, and then once they're gone, I'm going to be going back to this, you know, handwritten. I like handwritten, right? Isn't there something about it? And then you put the stamp on it yourself, and it goes in the mail, and mail it out. Mailed out invites. Make digital if she wants, or paper ones. I like both, but I ask first because some people don't want paper ones. They want digital. Digital's fine. I use an app, or I go to PicMonkey and make my invite, and then I do a screenshot, and then this sounds like so much work, but it's actually nice. So I screenshot it, and then I send it to myself or my husband over like Facebook Messenger, because then I can just save it to my phone. Like I can just like, it seems like an extra step, but it's so nice. And then I just send it to her, and then it's like, yay, because I don't always like the apps. I don't think you can read them very well. The apps that I use, like the wording, and I can't get the graphics that I want. So I use PicMonkey.com so I can make it look how I want and specialize it. And that's how I make it, you know. So that's you don't have to, I'm just letting you know what I do. It says make first contact call to go over taking outside orders, when the party will be closing, and what the party theme is. If she doesn't know how to take orders, and she's not going to tell you if she does or doesn't, she's not going to take them. Make sure she understands how to add them up and that they're really important. When's the party closing? She should know before you get there if it's closing that night or in 2 days, right? If not, she's going to try to keep it open forever. I do not keep parties open more than 48 hours if I can help it, right? I try to close them that night. Why do you need to keep it open any longer? Get the orders beforehand, right? And it's so much easier to do. Does that always happen? No, but I'm just saying, like, it's nice to have that prep. Set up her Tupper Connect and ask her about setting up an event so you can post things. I like to set the event up because I know it got done. I can use my graphics and my pictures. After it's set up, I invite her and I message her and say, hey, here's your event, add all your friends. Make sure you private message them all. Here are some good word choices. And then I do that so you can just copy and paste it, so that she can personally message them. Give her the word choices. She doesn't know. She's not going to make it up, right? Her word choice is going to be I hope you guys can make it, but you don't have to buy if you don't really want to. Do you want them using those word choices? No. Okay. Send the hostess the ingredients because I have my hostess buy the ingredients. Make the second contact. Ask how the outside orders are coming on. Maybe bribe her with an extra gift if she needs to get more. The last contact is usually just a text message. How many people do you think will be there? I like to ask who's going to be there. Who's going to be at your party? Who do you have RSVP'd? And then I can write them on my little notes here. So I know Aunt Susie, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, great. And then I already have some names before I got there, right? I let her know I'm going to be there 30 minutes early and ask if she has a table or if I need to bring one. I hate bringing a table, but I usually ask beforehand or I just throw it in my car because there's nothing worse than getting there and having no place to put your stuff, right? So I usually ask that. After the party, send a thank you card. You can legit have a thank you card right in your car. Like you can already make it up and then have the stamp on it. And on the way home, put it in the mailbox. So she gets it like the next day. It's impressive. She feels appreciated. You can make her a co-host on the event. Yeah, thank you, Johnny. Yes, you can. Put all of her info in the Tupper Trends newsletter. So like use Tupper Trends. I know I went over this and it took a little time to do this, but this is so important, okay? If you're doing this and taking this to the party with you, you can make notes on it. You put all her orders in here. It goes very nicely into a filing cabinet if you like that. I use my system right here. This is how I use it, so you can do whatever system you like that makes it. I need to be visual. If it's not here, I won't do it, right? It's easy for me to grab and party plan, but I want you to understand that I don't like to say that my way is the only way because there's lots of ways doing it. If you're doing something that works, that's fine. But if you're not doing a way, adapt this until you adapt your own or just adapt it and always use it. This is so important, okay? Please know it's important. Otherwise, I wouldn't have spent this much time on it, trust me. Okay. Make the hostess feel special. So remember I said the before thank you card. At the party, thank them before and after. The first thing before you even introduce yourself, thank you, hostess. Thank you, Jocelyn, for being our hostess tonight. Do you know that I have a business because of people like you, wonderful people like you? Thank you for cleaning your home. And don't say that if they didn't clean it. Like, so I've been to parties before where I'm like, did you even bother to clean your house, like, at all? Not a lot, but it's happened. All right, so thank you so much for making this food, and thank you, because I really appreciate you, right? Thank them a bunch of times. Let them know that you appreciate them, right? And write them in there. I bring her to the front and I give her a thank you gift. If you don't have a lot of things to give, that's fine. But let me tell you what I've been doing for my thank you gift lately. And it's been nice. I find something like, for example, I know this just ended, but see how this was really inexpensive, right? Like on the back, whatever the back of the sale flyers are, whatever's like obviously not current, I usually try to I buy this and then I use it for the next when it's not current. I like to get these because it's $15 plus my discount. Or sometimes it's like buy one, get one free, or like these little ideal bowls are only $10. Well, I know they're not anymore, but then you get your discount. This is actually a really cute one. So I like to get something that's a little bit bigger than what the actual gift is, right? But it doesn't cost a whole lot of money. And lately, I have been going to the store and buying a bottle of wine. Cheap bottle, like $5 for like a Merlot. Cabernet Sauvignon, something like that. Really cheap. So I put that in either like a little basket I get at the Dollar Tree, or I've been wrapping it in saran wrap, and I put her little gadgets in there that I would give her anyways, right? It's all about presentation, right? I just make it look beautiful because it didn't take a whole lot of time, and it really didn't cost. It cost me probably less than, I don't know, like with the bottle of wine, it might have cost me like $8, right? I know that seems like a lot of money, but you're thinking if you're doing 3 parties a month, right, that's $8 like 10. Let's say you just say 10, even though it's not 10, let's just say 10. So that's 3 parties, that's $30. But out of that, those 3 parties, you made at least $100. So that's $300. So take $300, right? And then $30. And people are so appreciative that they want to have a party too, because they're wondering what they're going to get. And so that's why, the gifts that I give out that are nice are the on-time drawing gift, because then they remember and they always show up on time because they want a good on-time drawing gift, right? And the hostess gift. And usually it's nothing special. It's just made to look special, right? And that's why I like deals and specials and bargains. If I'm at Dollar Tree or I see something that's like 50 cents at Michael's, or I can use a coupon, I'm like, great, I'll stock up on this, right? And I buy that. So it's really all about that, making her feel special. At the very end of the party, you better thank her again. Thank you so much again. You guys have been fantastic, even if they haven't been. You guys have been fantastic. I so appreciate you. Hostess are the heart of my business, and I just want you to know that you're now a part of my heart, because it's true. My hostesses are special, right? You should make them feel special. Did I feel special at that party? No, I didn't. Will I probably ever have one of those again? No, I won't. I really won't. And then in my thank you card recently, I've started doing, and I think it's been a good hit, is I put the date, I don't have a card right here, but let's pretend this is the card, right? So I open it up like this, and it's usually blank right here, then you write right here, or if it's like this, whatever. So it's blank right here. I wrote the date of the party. And if you have time, or you took pictures and you can print them off that night from your computer, it's nice to kind of put pictures in there, right? Just saying, they love pictures. And then I'll write the day of the party and say, let's make this an annual event. So it's nice that she remembered, oh, great, it's September 13th. I can't wait for my party on September 13th. It's my annual September 13th party, right? It's kind of putting in her mind an annual party. If she asked me to do an annual party, I would not. I would not do another party for her. Not that I do a lot of parties, because I probably won't do another one. I don't know if I'll ever do another one. I'm not sure. I'm just saying, I just know that was not a great experience. So if you have a hostess and she's had not a great experience, even with you, that might turn her off to all party sales, right? You want her to have this, you want that hostess to feel good in her heart. Make sure all the guests get a gift. What do my guests get? I'll tell you. I'll tell you when I'm being lazy and when I'm being fantastic. They get almost the same thing. They always get a citrus peeler. So even if you've been to 10 of my parties, then you get 10 citrus peelers. And trust me, we lose them, right? We could use 10 citrus peelers. On a daily, I'm like, what the crap is my citrus peeler? And I have to go into my stock and get another one. So I'm just letting you know that they all get one. If I'm being lazy, or not even lazy, maybe I just really, really busy that week and I didn't think ahead, right? I didn't plan ahead. Then I just hand in the citrus peeler and I kind of go through and look, it's a nail cuticle pusher back, or it's back stretcher. I just tell them about what it is. But if I'm being super great, then I put them in bags, those little clear plastic bags. And then I print out the 10 uses for them. If you don't have that, guess who does have it? We'll give it to you. Yes, I will. So I print that out, and then I put my business card in there and put a little bow so that everybody looks like they got a gift, right? They love the gifts. But sometimes I'm not as, shocker, I'm not perfect. And I sometimes don't do the things I should be doing, but they at least get a citrus peeler. If I'm on a citrus peelers, which it happens so rare, then I find something else. They get something. You do not leave my party without getting something. Because just because you didn't host or didn't date a party does not mean that you do not get a thank you gift for coming, because they left their house, they got dressed, they left their family, they decided to come to the party. Whether they ordered or not, they were there. They were a party haver. When I pass the gift, I just got a question. When do you pass off the gift? At the very end, after I'm done with everything. So after I've done my drawings and everybody's got their door prize drawing and whatever, and you kind of they almost look in their face like they're disappointed they didn't win. Nobody leaves my party empty-handed. Everybody gets a gift and they all get happy again. Oh, I do? Here you go. Thank you again for coming. It's another time. Can you say thank you enough at a party? No. Isn't it, Steinova said to me once, not to me, to us, there was something we went to, a workshop. Steinova, our president, if you don't know who that is, he said, that he was talking to his son one night when he was tucking him into bed, and he said to his son, "What do you think is the most important word in the English language?" And he thought he was going to say something like Pokemon or whatever. And he said, "Thank you." This little boy, out of the mouths of the babes, one of the most, and I believe that, one of the most important words that we can say is thank you. Do you know that when you guys say thank you for Fun Food and Facts, it literally fills my heart because it makes me feel like I do this and that, oh, wow, they really love it, right? Like, I love that feeling. I'm not a teary up kind of person, but lately I've been kind of emotional, which is weird, but I have been. Maybe it's just because, you know, I miss you guys, but whatever it is. See, thank you, Chris, because we do love it. But I just want you guys to know that when someone says thank you to you, right, when you do something, how does that make you feel? And you want to give that back. So this experience that I had this week really was a big eye-opener. And I'm actually kind of glad that I got the migraine and I got nauseous tonight and couldn't do the meal prep, because I really wanted to share this experience with you guys. I wanted you guys to know that if you have a party, whether you only have one party this month or you have 100, it doesn't matter. You should be doing the same thing for all of them and making these women feel, or men, if it's a man, feel important, because it is. It might feel like to you, oh, I've done a million of these parties and it's not that important. But it is to that person. It might be the only party she's ever done, right? Or it might be the only party she's ever done where somebody has says thank you. Because I'm going to tell you what, before Tupperware, I don't know how many parties I've done. So many. I cannot remember not one time that I ever get a thank you card in the mail. And I don't think I've ever really been thanked for having a party. Remember once I had a purse party. Remember the purse parties were really big way back in the day, right? Those like cheap knockoff purses. I knew the girl doing it. She walked in, she threw the purses down on the floor all over. She sat in the corner I don't think we had phones. Did we have phones back then? She was on something, right? I don't remember. I think we had phones, but they weren't like, you know, like we weren't texting and stuff back then like we were now. We weren't smartphones. Anyways, and she sat in the corner to herself, didn't talk to anybody at the whole entire party the whole time. And I made sure that we had like purse-shaped cookies, and I had little bags that you could like goodies that you would put in your bag, like what women like to put in their purses. Like, I went out of my way. Not only did she not talk to anybody, she didn't even talk to me barely. I didn't get a thank you. I went out of my way for this, and I thought that was the norm until I got into this business and realized that that is the norm for other people, but not for us, because we are going to make women and other people feel fantastic and special for what they've done, right? We want that for them. We don't want people to feel like they're just second rate or that what they did wasn't important. Because let me tell you, even though my house is usually always pretty clean because I kind of like it that way, like when it's a mess, I have anxiety. Like right now it's a little messy and I have a little anxiety from it. Like I need to do my dishes. But on the real, most of the time my house is very clean. But when I have people coming over, I clean, you know, like I dust and I mop like twice and I make sure that the bathroom is scrubbed, right? Like, or I have my husband do it. Otherwise, it still gets done, right? Let me just say, you spend that extra time to make sure that it's impressive for other people, right? Like even my throw blankets on the back of my couch, we'll make sure we clean them because they have to smell really good. So if somebody gets cold and they want to use a throw blanket, right, that's nice and clean. Like I think about that stuff in advance. And I know I cannot be the only person who thinks that way. I know other people do too. But don't you want to feel appreciated for those little things that you did? And that's why we love our business in Tupperware, is because Tupperware makes us feel appreciated for the job that we do. So let's trickle that appreciation down. I'm going to use another example. When I was in service business, the service industry, we always got treated like crap by the managers. And do you know why? Because the managers were treated like crap from the top and it trickled down, right? So whatever they were treated like, that's how we were all treated. Stinova's at this top and he treats us fantastic, right? And he treats the business leader, or first he treats the regionals fantastic, which trickles down to the business leaders, which trickles down to your directors, which trickles down to the consultants, right? And then we should trickle that down to our hostesses, right? That's what we should be doing because we have been treated so well and we should share that love. And it's just sad when other people don't share that. And we're not going to be sad. We're going to be happy. So let me see if I went over everything in my notes. I think I did. So anyway, I really hope that you guys got something from this tonight. Share your thoughts. in the chat bar because I like to hear them and see them. Like something that kind of just jumped out. I know we do ahas, which is great, but I like to see now like what kind of jumped out at you, what you liked. Because I really did think that this was just an experience that needed to be shared. So go ahead. Do you guys have any? I know you're typing. I wish we had the little bubbles, you know, like when you do an iPhone, so I can, because there's something so nice about knowing that you're like, oh, they're just typing back, as opposed to, you know, you just kind of wait and see. Are they typing? I don't know. All right. So while you're typing, I'm going to see. All right. We did have a small crowd on tonight, but you know, I love that. I love when we have small, intimate little crowd. Love tonight. I love the host party planning folder. Oh, or host party, or host, can I not say that right? Host planning folder. Thank you. I love your dress up the citrus. Yep. Dress up the citrus peelers and dress up yourself, right? And don't have to be fancy. Don't have to be fancy. Okay, we should make people feel special all the time, whether we are in direct sales or not. That's so true. I don't even know if I said it out loud, but if I did it, good job. And if I did, good job to both of us, because I think it's true. Never thought about making sure everyone leaves with something. Yeah. You know, there's just, it's like, you know, if you took your kid to a birthday party and there was no, like, that treat bag, you know, when they leave, we need treat bags. We're adults. You know, I'm using your checklist. It does help me stay on track. Yay, Teresa, I'm so glad. Yes, see, I love treat. Exactly. That's what it is a treat bag. You know, once, I remember this one time I went through this phase, and it didn't last long because it was a little bit more work that I wanted to put into, although it's a great idea. So if you have the time, do this. I bought those like at Dollar Tree. They were like lunch bags, but they were colored, you know, so they weren't like the ugly bags. They were like colored. Little treat bags or whatever that you couldn't see through. And then I actually got some you could see through. I've done this twice. And I literally put together little like goodie bags and passed them out to everybody. And I put like candy in them and citrus peelers and all this other stuff in them. And I just found that I was doing so many parties that it was literally taking up so much time to do that. And I'm like, I just can't do it all. You know, like so I pared it down to citrus peeler and the bags, and it was great. I just hand out citrus peelers, but I love the treat bag idea. Yeah. And, ooh, little tip for you. If you would like to pass out candy this year, my suggestion is you have a candy bowl for the moms. First of all, I'm going to tell you that all moms steal the Reese cups because they're the best, right? So if you want to do something for the moms, I know this is extra work, but I really do think it'll pay off. If you have kids, put them involved because, you know, you're going to be like, I'm giving out candy and you're getting candy. You're going to help me. So get little treat bags and put a citrus peeler, a business card, the citrus peelers uses, and a Reese cup in there. And if you have time, even staple like a monthly sale flyer to it if you want to, or pass them out with it. But even if you just do that, I guarantee you, everybody's going to remember you because they have at least one Reese cup that they don't have to steal from their kids, and they have a treat for themselves. So you can have two bowls. So you can say, this is for you. But, you know, I just letting you know, don't give it to the kids, give it to the moms because they're sharp, you know, and kids are not always the smartest when they're on candy, all hyped up. They put things in their mouth and they get cut, and then you're getting sued. Don't do that. Not that they'll get sued, but you might. I don't know. People are sued happy. Okay, now I'm babbling. I'm going to turn off the recording so we can do a romper room. So hang on a second. So if you're watching this recording, thank you for watching our recording and joining us tonight. Have a great night.